Well, it may be world-renowned for its grand imperial palaces and devotion to the classical arts, but Vienna in Austria has also been crowned the world's most livable city for the last 6 years in a row. With its bicycle-friendly boulevards, rich culture and also progressive attitudes, it's pretty easy to see why. So Adam Ford is editor of the Big Bus Travel and Tour Guide and joins us now with his advice for visitors to the European jewel of a city. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, Adam.
Hi, Ingrid. My pleasure as always.
Well, tell us, because it sounds beautiful in the intro there, but let's start with the things you must do and see in Austria.
All right, so my top tip for visiting Vienna, first of all, do your research. Now, it's not a city that Aussies know that well, so it's important to know what you want to see because there is so much on offer in this city. Now, the first time I went to Vienna, I actually didn't prepare. I knew it was the capital of Austria, that was about it, and I spent a lot of time wandering around not being too sure what I was looking at. So do your research, know what you want to see. One of the biggest attractions is, of course, the fabulous Ringstrasse. Now, this is the ring of boulevards that surrounds the main city centre. And the Ringstrasse is lined with beautiful Baroque palaces, museums, gardens and parks. It was originally the site of the city walls, but the Emperor Franz Joseph I had those walls torn down in the middle of the 1850s. And what it's really done is, what it did then was to open up the city. So the city we see today is light and airy, and the Ringstrasse is just a fabulous place to explore on foot. It's
got a lot of sort of culture, you could say, Vienna, and I mean classical musical lovers. We know that it's sort of big on its classical music. What can you do if you're a lover of this?
All right, a musical heritage really that's second to none when it comes to European cities. Mozart was born in Salzburg, another of my favourite cities, but we'll talk about that another time. But he spent a lot of his life in Vienna and he composed around 600 works. Now, most people who go to Vienna will want to attend a Mozart recital, and there are a number of chamber orchestras that perform around town. What you do is head for the square in the middle of the old city around St Stephen's Cathedral, and you'll find a whole lot of ticket sellers there. They're all selling tickets to that night's performance. The one we saw was the Vienna Residence Orchestra. Absolutely fabulous. I can't recommend it highly enough. But look, all of the chamber orchestras are fabulous, and you'll find those ticket sellers in the main square.
And there's a lot of galleries as well if you still want to, add to that musical culture.
Yeah, there is a superb number of galleries, a huge number. The one I'd probably recommend if you're an art aficionado or you just like going to a good gallery, then try the Albertina, which is located in the city centre. Now, the Albertina has an incredible collection of works by the great masters, your Renoirs, Monet, Manet. Its most famous work, though, is a very, very small, very unassuming watercolour by Albrecht Dürer, which was painted back in 1502. It's known as Young Hair, but it's a little bit like the Mona Lisa. It does show that good things come in small packages.
And of course, after all that culture, you might want to get yourself a nice schnitzel. We know they're well known for that. Where can you dine in Austria? Where's the best places to dine? All
right, now, first of all, 3 places I'm going to suggest for visitors to Vienna. First of all, the world-famous Vienna coffee houses. That is something you have to experience. Now, we thought we were coffee crazy here in Australia. The Viennese take it to a whole new level. At a traditional Viennese coffee house, you can purchase a coffee. You can sit in the coffee house for as long as you like. They are beautiful, opulent places. Always been a place of social change, a breeding of ideas. It's where the great and the good would congregate in the 17th and 18th and 19th centuries. So definitely worth experiencing today. If you're after a good schnitzel, I would highly recommend the Gretchen Beisel in the Old Town. Now, this is a traditional restaurant that actually dates back to the 1400s, if you can believe it, and there are parts of the building that actually date all the way back to the 1300s. The schnitzels are amazing. Veal pounded very, very thin, deep fried, served with fresh lemon. They are bigger than the dinner plates. They are absolutely amazing.
Oh, I'm getting hungry just listening to it. All right.
Oh, do you want a 5-star restaurant as well? Would you like a 5-star recommendation?
Yeah, okay. What's the 5-star?
Beautiful Vestibule restaurant, which is located in the foyer of the Berg Theatre on the Ringstrasse. Vestibule is one of Vienna's top-rating restaurants. It's a fusion of Austrian and French influences, lots of local ingredients. They do have a signature dish, which is a slightly odd one. It's a combination of lobster and cabbage with paprika sauce. If that sounds like your thing, then definitely Vestibule is worth checking out.
Just quickly as well, we need to know where to stay. Where's the best places to stay?
Yep, absolutely. Well, my last trip I travelled with Evergreen Tours on a European river cruise. Of course, the Danube flows right through Vienna. But if you're looking for a top hotel in town, the Hotel Sasha is absolutely amazing. Not only is it Vienna's top luxury hotel, it's one of Europe's top luxury hotels. Stunning interiors, that classic Baroque styling, but of course all the mod cons you could possibly want. The executive rooms are around 70 square metres, so a little bigger than some two-bedroom apartments here in Australia at the moment, but absolutely stunning. Just quickly, a boutique guest house, the Vienna guest house. Check that one out as well. Absolutely fabulous.
Looks like you could spend a couple of weeks there. All right, Adam, we'll have to leave it there, but thank you so much.
My pleasure, Ingrid. Speak to you soon.
Adam Ford there, editor of the Big Bus Travel and Tour Guide. We do have to take a quick break on business class now, but coming up next, how will Windows 10 improve productivity for workers on the go? And what's the verdict on the new MacBook? We'll find out when we chat to Tech Radar's Nick Bruffel next.